it's just like this anxiety spiral where like I want to talk to them. I'm wanting to get back in touch with people, but it's been so long, and so there's this gap that I have to cross in order to communicate with them again, and in order to cross that, it's too anxiety inducing, so I don't, and then it takes longer, and now the gap is even bigger, and I have my reasons, but at this point it just sounds to my head like excuses, and it's just I don't know how to bridge that gap. It's too daunting. Do you understand?
Hey,
Hey, dear.
are you talking to somebody?
Yeah, I'm talking with Ophelia.
Who's Ophelia?
Ophelia, our house ghost?
We have a house ghost?
Yeah, I'm looking right at her.
What?
Seriously, you can see Thestrals, but you can't see our house ghost?
Hey.
Hello, my witches and wizards. This is Professor Rowan. I'm coming to you from what will eventually be my library, and is honestly the only place I can be in this house without a pile of boxes behind me. It's been a bit, and I'm sorry. That's all I got. I'm sorry. I hope you forgive me for my extended absence. But we have a lot of stuff coming up, and I'd much rather focus on the future than my issued past. So we will instead go there. Our August calendar of events is looking weirder than usual, partially because the brilliant event for July didn't really take place in July. It's currently in the middle of that, and it will be ending on August 2nd at 11 a.m. my local time. The moment that brilliant event is up, our next adversary event will start. This one is a Mauraders Adversary Event focusing on Wormtail the Traitor. Our focus on the Betrayer goes from August 2nd to August 5th, beginning and ending at 11 a.m. my local time. The new moon, by the way, happens on the 6th, which means you'll be seeing a lot more Death Eaters. And then we have a new event. We have a 1920s focused event that's going to be running from the 7th at midnight a.m. your local time to the 8th midnight p.m. your local time. This is a Wizarding World Convergence focusing on 1920s Wizarding World. That's right, we're getting a whole new section of the registry with 3 new pages, each page having usually statistically a minimum of 4 foundables on it. So we're going to have a whole lot of new things to see, which is both wonderful for us and bad for, the news of the calamity. We'll be talking more about the 1920s event in just a moment, but first let's get through the rest of the calendar for August. The brilliant event, Secrets Revealed Part 2, will be running from August 9th through August 16th, again beginning and ending at 11 a.m. my local time. This is again focusing on Harry and Hermione and Ron's second year at Hogwarts in an attempt to recover Ron's memories. Then another part of a 1920s event, the local event, will be local time, and this one is only lasting for 1 day. It will be August 18th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. your local time. All I really know about it is that it's focusing a lot on port keys, and that you're going to want to have as many silver keys as possible for this event. So make sure you're hoarding them throughout the entire month up to that point. The full moon is the 20th, so expect a lot more werewolves out and about. And then the 21st is our Community Day, again from midnight to midnight your local time. Community Day will be focusing on the Weasley Wizard Wheezes, and there will be some guaranteed foundables in fortresses level Forest 4 or higher, but really that's all I know about it. I'm assuming it's going to be similar to other community days we've had recently. Then we have a new brilliant event, Part 1, Prisoner of the Vow, running from August 23rd through the 30th, beginning and ending at 11 a.m. my local time. This one will be focused on Harry, Hermione, and Ron's third year at Hogwarts. And then there's a back-to-school Hogwarts event, going from August 30th through September 3rd, again beginning and ending at 11 a.m. my local time. This one will be focusing on Hogwarts School's Foundables, and that's all I have at this point. Now, we have two things to talk about in detail: the 1920s event and the first Adversary event. Let's start off with the 1920s event, because honestly that's the one I'm and Ophelia are most excited about. This is going to be focusing on the things that we've been seeing from the recent documentary movies about Newt Scamander and everything that he went through to publish everyone's favorite textbook. The 1920s will get their own registry family, and it will have 3 pages: Newt's menagerie, the Paris streets, and the circus. We've seen some of these foundables before from brilliant events, but I'm looking forward to seeing what new ones will appear. There are also going to be special port keys that are out only for the event. Now, these port keys are special in a couple of different ways. There are going to be 3 of them, and they take you to 3 different locations: inside Newt Scamander's suitcase, inside MAAACK headquarters here in the United States in the 1920s, and at the Circus Arcanus, which may be the same place that the port key for the Brilliant event took us to, or it might be a different one. I'm not sure yet on that. Also, once you've collected the wax spurts, in these port keys, you will get a 1920s based encounter. Also, these port keys are only available during the event. And I don't mean only available like the dragon ones were, where you could collect them. No, you have to have a key in this port key before the event is over, or the port key will disappear from your collection. So seriously, hoard those keys. And now the details for the Adversary event, Wormtail and the Marauders. This looks to be pretty standard for our current experience with Adversary events. All adversaries will be more available, and Wormtail specifically will be boosted on the map. There are also regular foundables boosted on the map and when you use the tonic for trace detection. And these are, of course, the Marauders: James, Sirius, Remus, and Peter. Ingredients for wit sharpening potions will be boosted on the map, and your master's notes will be increasing your brew time on wit sharpening and stimula potions by 25%. You are guaranteed a family foundable from whatever runestone you use if you're going into the fortresses, levels Forest 4 or higher. You are also, however, guaranteed another foundable. Using any runestone, Dark Chamber 1 or higher will be getting you the Unfinished Marauders map. The to-do list for this event is as follows. Using 2 edible dark marks will get you 20 energy. I hope you have some edible dark marks saved up, and if you don't, sometimes adversaries do drop them. Return 10 foundables of young Peter Pettigrew before he became the betrayer. That will get you a wit sharpening potion. Return 6 young James Potter. That will get you 2 stimula potions, the strong ones. Earn 1,750 challenge XP, either through defeating an adversary or through the fortresses, and that will get you 6 snowdrop. Using 7 potions and adversary encounters will give you a silver key, which I strongly encourage you to hoard for the 1920s event. The rest of these will be giving you Defense Against the Dark Arts books. Deal 27,500 damage to adversaries. Return 18 artifact fragments in the Betrayer's fragment line. Defeat Peter Pettigrew himself 5 times. Completing everything in this to-do list will give you 5 Defense Against the Dark Arts books, 500 Wizarding XP, 60 gold, and a bunch of spell energy. There's also a bonus task for this adversary event. Let's get through those real quick. Return 25 young Marauders. Doesn't matter which ones, just 25 times. That will get you 1 spell book. Collect 6 fragments of just Peter Pettigrew's silver hand. Ew. That will get you another spellbook. Return 3 of the unfinished Marauders maps from Dark Chambers. Just 3 of them. That will get you another spellbook. Completing the bonus tasks as well will get you 5 more Defense Against the Dark Arts books, a fancy title for your Ministry ID, 1,000 Wizarding XP, 40 gold, and a bunch of spell energy. I don't really have anything to give you as far as tips and tricks on how to get through this adversary event. It's very straightforward compared to all the other adversaries events we've had, and if I'm remembering correctly, this seems to be the only one we're having in August, which is good, because honestly, I'm getting a little burned out. I mean, I took 2 months off, and I'm still burned out. It takes a lot of time and effort to get through the bonus task, and so I didn't the last couple of ones, and I'm having to be okay with it. You can see how okay with it I am. So yeah, a really full calendar for August, and really full calendar for August, and our first adversary event coming immediately on the heels of when this brilliant event finishes. How y'all holding up? Let me know in the comments below. By the way, in my last video, I said that someone would be winning a gold present from me. That winner is Lavender Brown. Congratulations, that gold gift will be sent to you as soon as I'm finished done editing this video. It's so good to see you again, and to be back, and I'm trying really hard to make sure that I don't disappear on you again. So, thank you so much for being here. If these videos are helpful for you, like, subscribe, share. It really actually does help us out. Thank you all to our patrons and for your patience in dealing with me in all of this. If you would like to help us in any way possible, you can join our Patreon or you can support us by purchasing us a coffee. The links are in the description below. So please, my witches and wizards, make sure you're staying safe. And that means keep your eyes peeled, your ears open, and your wands ready.
Rowan, Wolfie, Ophelia.
Seriously? Can everybody? Oh, come on.